Everyone. Everyone just appeared. Everyone poured in. Sorry I haven't been streaming much lately. I had a giant essay that was due today, and I turned it in on time. Dude, this is Mester. I fought him. I have fought Mester. I played him in 6 games. He beat me in 4. I beat him in 2. I have personally fought Mester. He's an SBO winner. He's good. He's the best player I've probably ever fought. Oh, I'm glad to be streaming again. I've been missing this. Oh, I beat Undertale yesterday. I didn't stream it because I didn't want spoilers. But um, I got the neutral ending and I recorded it, so I'm gonna put that on YouTube in the next probably couple days. Damn, infiltration, Punko and Chan. That was really strong, actually. I like turned away to read the chat and it's already over. I kind of want to rewind and watch it again. Mester used to be like one of the best Yuns, but now there are a lot of people probably about as good as he is. This is Show. This is the really, really good Yun from the other recording. My favorite character was Alphys. I would not call that a spoiler. Although I liked every character in the game. I saw your matches against Max. I watched them. Ooh, that's good. He could easily win. Yeah, there it is. It requires such a hard read to get out of that. It's like impossible. Or I can backdash out after a point, which is nice, but only if he's mid-screen. Sho, Issei, Ushi. I didn't even know Ushi played Yon. Actually, I think I did. Yakin, I've seen a lot. He's good. Sho has been really impressing me lately. This guy's incredible. Issei I've seen before. Ushi I knew for his Urian. She is a pretty good Ibuki player. He shows up every now and then. He's running Super 2. I just realized that. There was some Super where I thought it was a 2-frame throw, but it's actually a 1-frame throw, and I'm pretty sure it's Ibuki Super 2. Kaoyan is super good. KO like invented or popularized a shit ton of Yun stuff, but now it's like he's still notable even among other Yun players, but I haven't seen him play in kind of a while, but not as long as most pros. But he had like a really good record. I considered him to be the #1 Yun for a long time. That had the appearance of a 2-frame throw, the way he just jumped out of it like that. That was an empty cancel probably. Atsushi is pretty good, but there are a couple other Ibukis who I think are better, at least on this. This is Match. He's one of the best Akumas. There are a lot of Akumas. I used to think he was like #1 Akuma, but Kuroda's Akuma is almost definitely better. Yukio Toko I kind of feel like is better. And there are a couple others that are kind of like, I don't know if they're better per se, but they're a lot better at certain things. Like Jiro. Hey, Plump. Ooh, that was a punish. Canceling into Demon Flip is normally not very risky. But if you're a character with... you can't parry during Demon Flip. So if you're a character who can do something that can beat Demon Flip follow-ups. He didn't even need the dive kick there. He could have just done Jump Fierce and gotten a full combo. He could have done Jump Fierce, Tart combo, Gennadian, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure. That's a cool little ender. The show is on the verge of promotion already. And he's really looking like he's about to do it. Yep, there it goes. That's the absolute optimal starter. Either a stay medium kick or a shoulder canceled into super. Like, not just a light shoulder, a medium or hard shoulder. That's a one-hit launch cancel to super. You can do crazy damage off of that. Tominaga. This guy's gone up a lot lately. He's so good now. Makoto and a couple other characters are special because you could do the command grab into stay medium kick, which is kind of really good. It gives Yan and Yang very strong tools against them. Yan and Yang, for the most part, have the same hurt boxes. They're like very nearly identical. They might actually be identical. I can't immediately think of anything that works on one but doesn't work on the other. They have the same quick stand. They have, like, I'm pretty sure the same dashes. They're the same height. They're the same width. All the combos that work on one work on the other, including juggles. Pretty sure identical bodies. And they're really good bodies, too. They fall out of some stuff because of how small they are, which is one of the little reasons they're good characters. Like, if I had to choose a body to have in Street Fighter 3, it would probably be Twins or Aura. Like, in terms of her boxes. Chun-Li also gets a mention. It'd probably be Twins. Twins would be the ones I want the most. Nice! That confirmed, too. The parry was already confirmed. We didn't even need to do that shit. It's important to note that in Gennadian, shoulder is minus, and dash punch is either minus or unsafe. Like, really minus. Furo, he's a good Yang. So you have to kind of approach... It's the best idea to keep yourself plus is to approach the opponent with normals. So what young players do is they get Gennadian and they use normals that have forward motion, and then they cancel the normals before, like, the revert. Wow, I've never seen that. That was cool. Elena has a very weird hurt box. She's got also one of the best ones. In fact, she might actually be one of the best because she's got little things that are annoying too. Elena's normal height, but tied for shortest when crouching, which means that a lot of attacks that are intended to hit don't hit her properly. For example, like Q dash punches just go right over her head and stuff like that. So she dodges some attacks, which makes some matchups really awful for the opponent. Good for Elena. And also, she has a very strange fall where she'll sometimes just, like, not get hit by certain attacks. Fall out of juggles. If you're, like, 100% frame consistent timing, then you'll get it. But often with juggles, will be, like, a dead zone where, like, it'll work and then it won't work and then it'll work again. Across, like, 3 frames, something like that. Or, like, Aura in particular, there are some juggles that are easier or harder on her based on what stone you get in the front stone. And what stone you get is randomized, so... But, like, there are timings that'll always work, but just stuff like that you have to be aware of. I'm not sure if she actually falls out of any juggles. In fact, there are some juggles that only work on her. But it tends to help her. Unfortunately, her standing animation moves, which can be really problematic because sometimes you'll want to parry something and she'll step into it before you hit forward. Or you'll want to parry something and you hit forward kind of early and then she steps out of the way. Well, she won't actually step on the way if you hit forward only early. But she can fuck up your parry timing by her movement. Her entire hitbox actually moves with her standing animation. I don't know if it became better per se, but I like Sims Fireball more in 5. Ah, you can parry shoulder high or low. A lot of attacks you can. Like a ton of special attacks. It's usually not very hard to figure out parrying directions. Usually whatever you think would work, works. But sometimes multiple things work. Like with a crouching punch, it's like, well, it's a crouching move, so low parry would probably work. It's like, yeah, it does. It's like, well, it's not a low, so a high parry would probably work, and it's like, yeah, it does. You can parry crouching punches either way, unless it's like an actual low. Mester is king rank, but he's -1. It's like king person. I don't actually know the pronunciation. It's probably like Olsha or something. I forget the other reading of king. Yeah, this is Kaeru. Yo. What's with that meaty, like, shoulder? What's he going for there? That's really strange. All these parries. He snuck one in. I wonder if that was an empty cancel or if it was just like a hard read or what. Low strong super. I think you can do low strong ducking super, right? Or is there no off hits done? Kidney blow is still pretty godlike in third strike. It's not as good as it is in 4. Because it doesn't do as much damage and it's not, frame advantage is not, frame advantage doesn't translate quite as readily into a mix-up. But it's like a really good normal, and Dudley probably has the best normals in the game, him or Chun-Li. Probably Dudley. Oh, tried to empty cancel a stand roundhouse. That's sushi again, probably. Yep. We're looping. Tart combos are a bit more useful in this game because multiple parries. And they force multiple parries, and they don't scale as much. Scaling is hit-based and takes quite a while to actually hit scaling amounts. Like 17 hits or something. I think I just made up 17. I think that's the number in King of Fighters 13. I forget the actual number. It's like 12. Well, he didn't confirm it, but it could have been a range confirm. It could have been that like low strong would have whiffed. But it looked like it was in range, so. I watched Capcom Pro Tour Asia Finals. It was nice. Punko is tearing it up. This is over. Ibuki doesn't have that much health. He did a really easy ender. Ibuki's health is, I think, like the third or... I think like the third lowest, maybe the second lowest. Twins, Akuma, and Ibuki have really garbage health. Everyone else has pretty good health. Akuma's the lowest. I think it's Akuma the lowest, then Ibuki the second lowest, and then Twins. And then I don't really know. I think those are the only below average characters, and then there's low average, which is characters like Oro and Chun-Li and stuff. Punko really tore it up. He had a great match against nearly everyone. Punko was just absolutely, like, Punko said on record he doesn't even consider himself to be that good of a player, and he just like, look at all that damage. Akuma's like the classic glass cannon of this game. He's super fundamental, and he hurts so much. His damage is like as good as Ken's. It's like better than Ken's, really. Ken gets different amounts of damage. He gets more damage in some areas and less damage in others. In terms of just a raw punish, I think Akuma's much stronger. I'm pretty sure Akuma's stronger. But like Ken can get like an anti-air, like a shit ton of damage out of an anti-air, and Akuma usually can't. Like a meteorless anti-air. Akuma, then Twins, then Ibuki, then 12. Thank you. Good info. It would be fair that Twins would have less health than Ibuki. 12 is below. I thought 12 was 1120. I thought he was like below average. I didn't realize he had below average health. Or, you know, below average. It's not really that surprising, but those dash punches are super unsafe, but you can't really confirm them. Like you can kind of do strong or whatever it is, short strong as a confirm. But for the most part, you just do dash punch to catch people trying to do all of the escapes of Karaku stuff. Wow, that only got one hit. That actually was good for Yun. He got a little bit more meter out of it. If only EX uppercut hit, he would have just burned the bar to use that, and he would have killed. But because only one hit connected, ugh. Not much you can do mid-screen. What he did was optimal, or near optimal anyway. I think there's a lot of really crazy stuff you can do if you've got good execution. This is, I saw a match one time between, oh shit, never mind. He couldn't quickstand that because the super knocked him over, but he still got up in time to punish. Normally, when super hits an airborne opponent, it'll get the juggle. I shouldn't say normally, frequently. It's about 50-50. Depends on how it connects and what version of the super it is. Here's Vanao playing Oro. That's always cool. Vanao's Oro is pretty good. I like it because it's a lot different from mine. He uses Super 2 in almost every matchup, which I love. If I had the balls to use Super 2 in every matchup, I would. Yeah. It's really not that good against Twins, though. Like, I would never run Super 2 against Twins, because you need so much meter to do an infinite on them. No, low parry, high parry is like very normal versus Yang. Yang is one of the safest characters in this game. Because like a single parry can't open him up like it can for most characters, because he'll just wreck you. So doing like parry is very common against Yang. Because the risk is not that high because his damage is low, and the reward is good because you get giant combos on a low health character. Parries are super important versus Yang because of those, and the fact that it's the best way to create an opening. But like high parry, and low parry, double parries are very common against this character. If it wasn't for the sheer number of Gane genes, I would be like 100% okay with Yun. My biggest problem with Yun is that like it's fine. Gane gene it's strong. It's like notably strong. It's already like a little broken outside of footsies, but I'd still be okay with it outside of footsies. Like if you get a hit confirm and take an agent and then get big damage. But my problem with Yun is that he can just activate in footsies. Like he can just both players can be in control of their character, and then Yun just activates, and then he gets like a quarter of the opponent's health gone. It's like guaranteed damage every time you activate if you're good with it. And it's like it's not that strong for that reason. Oro's stones are pretty much like that. But Oro stones, you have the huge opportunity cost of not being able to use it in a combo, and you also have a much longer bar that takes more time to build, and Oro doesn't have like an efficient meter build that Yun has. Yes, that's right. I got your donation. It was for like $3. I appreciate it. I appreciate the $3 that you sent me. Still got oh, he had to do more of a walk-in before the low strong. He did the low strong early, and he also did he didn't walk in as much as he could have. I really like Yang's picking Sayembu in response to Yun. This guy ran super too. Sayembu is a really interesting response to Ganejin in footsies, because Yang actually has a big advantage because he can't really be hit out of his attacks the same way that Yun can. So Yang can just whiff normals, and then like Ganejin Yun cannot approach, and Yang can always have a meter by the time Yun does. It's still better for Yun because Yun can still hit confirm his Ganejin, and Ganejin is better inherently than Sayembu. But Yang is kind of a better meterless character than Yun is. You don't see Sayembu that much. It's cool to see it here. Oh yeah, Yang against small characters, I think just twins, but maybe other characters too. If he does Fierce Rekkas, he'll pass through on the final Rekka. I've seen that before. It's just a weird little hurtbox, pushbox bug. It's usually not very offensive. There's a double parry. Do that to open up Yang's. Yang's supers are not very good. Super 3 is really good against some characters. For the most part, they're just combo enders, and there's no efficient way to set them up besides like a stand medium kick. So for the most part, using supers is kind of difficult with Yang. He doesn't have a really good way of landing supers. But his EX is really, really good. In particular, his EX Rekka does really high damage and dizzy and combos from everything. Like you can actually combo EX Rekkas from light normals instead of medium normals. So very oftentimes Yangs will just pick Super 2 and not even ever Super unless it's like a clear situation to use Super. And they'll just use lots of EX bars. Super 2 has the most room for EX. The throw was a mix-up. The chip was obvious. Chip is frequently obvious in this game. Nice. Lucky. There it is. The white cat. The white cat appears when Yang gets 3 or more wins in a row. There it is. It's the only thing like that in this game. Dang, stay medium kick, far fierce. Most people do the roll. I wonder if he was too far to do the roll, or if Ibuki's kind of hard to do it on, or if he just reacted late. They swapped the motions of the roll and the teleport in this game to Street Fighter 4. The roll used to be quarter circle and the teleport used to be DP. And they swapped it because it was like, this one's more of a traditional anti-air, we'll give it a traditional anti-air motion. Nice. He timed that to be like a delayed, get a counter hit. Counter hits per se don't exist in this game, but the concept still works. It's just you don't get any extra damage or frame advantage or anything. Ugh. Yeah, this is, I was going to say that was the mix-up. Yang lives or dies off that mix-up in some matchups. I shouldn't say lives or dies off it because he's got a lot of other stuff he can do. But he gets so much damage off of command grab, stay medium kick into like air attack. Command grab, stay medium kick, jump roundhouse, and then you either land and command grab them. You land at the same time they do, and you're outside throw range. You either command grab them, which they only escape so to like jump out, or like interrupt with something, or you do like crouch medium kick rekkas, where their only escape is to block down back or parry or something like that. Basically, they have mutually exclusive escapes, except for like invincible attacks, which there are very few of, especially against characters like these. Ibuki's light reversal, light uppercut should get her out of it, but it won't hit Yang. It'll just like either beat the grab or lose to the crouch medium kick, but dodge the rekkas. It's not an ideal move, but it's better than, you know, getting looped. But a lot of times Yang just uses the X rekkas just to get the damage and the dizzy, so whatever. Well, this video is over. Only 25 minutes. Time to watch the next one. Let me put a little dot. Ibuki, yes. She didn't change much as a character by normals and specials between New Generation, Second Impact, Third Strike, but she changed a lot by supers between Second Impact and Third Strike. I don't really know anything about New Generation Ibuki, actually. That was nice. But now his Ryu is so good. Huh. But now his rank is like, I don't know what that says. They're the same. Yuns was like strong person, I think. I can't tell. These characters are too small. I could see it bigger. This is Rue. This is a guy with one of the most elaborate. I hate that. That like makes me upset when I see shit like that. Crouch Fierce is 2 hits, but if you low parry the first hit, it can be parried either direction. Then you'll be crouching for the second hit, which whiffs on crouching opponents. Nice. Parrying at the XTP, very safe wake up. It's actually very unsafe, but you know. Oh, what was I saying? Ryu plays a mean Ryu. Probably as good as Vanau's, if not better. Oh, you never see that confirm. It's so, like, it's so bad compared to, like, Street Fighter 4 kind of confirms. Low short jab, either crouching or standing, cancel to uppercut. It's actually quite difficult because crouching... Oh, I love it. Crouching normals cancel to uppercut are a lot harder in this game because there's no crouching shortcut motion. And doing crouching short jab into uppercut is kind of difficult because you're already crouching, so you can't do a buffered motion easily. And then it's a two hit string cancel immediately into a unsafe special move, so you got to be really quick. But that's a really neat confirm. You normally see that confirm for like Super 2 when Ryu's actually run that. He's almost got the meter again, and he's almost got the dizzy again once he gets that meter. Yeah. He tried to use... Oh, that's probably a failed headbutt. I'm sure he could have done something to keep him in the corner. Probably should have done jump back fierce. Yeah, difficult. Urian's dead next touch. Even if he's not dead, he's dizzy. Not anymore. Wow. That was cool. I feel like the main appeal of Nuzlocke... I kind of like the idea of Nuzlocke now. I didn't used to. I feel like the main appeal of Nuzlocke is being forced to use Pokemon, and like I feel like people could use their willpower to use those Pokemon instead. But the idea of Pokemon permanently dying is kind of hilarious to me. But unfortunately what that usually ends up being is grind, 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 and also luck can just screw you over. That was cool. EX Reflector is not a great response to Denshin. You can die trying to get it out. Like if you do like parry meaty fireball and then try and EX Reflector, if it's meaty fireball and then an immediate release of the super, you'll eat the super because there's no time to get the EX Reflector up. The Denshin can hit you before you ever regain control of Urian from the parry. And also the Reflector doesn't actually stop the super, it just slows it down. The fact that you know that it works means that you know that it's not that bad of an idea, but there it wouldn't have been... like, he would have had to guess to get that up just the same way as he would have had to guess the timing. Oh. I mean, that would have been pretty good, yeah. Yeah, you can do a moment 37 in Street Fighter 5. I was fucking around with that the other day. I was parrying EX fireballs and stuff. It's fun. Feels like it does in Street Fighter 3. Unfortunately, that's the only time parries feel the same. This is like almost over. Nice parry. That was super late. That means he didn't hit a parry sooner, which is kind of hard to believe considering how close they were to each other and how she couldn't block that whole time. The parry, the moment 37 in Street Fighter 5 is much easier. But even then, I can do Daigo parry. It's not that hard. It's more impressive that Daigo managed to do it in the moment. The taunt. You would actually still do the parry in Street Fighter 5 if the super was going to chip you out. It would still be the correct option. It would be better than Hup, hup, hup. Didn't kill. It would be better than uppercutting her out of the startup. They fixed Gen's Omega Mode Infinite like a month or two after Omega Mode came out. Maybe a little longer. Chip damage is still in the game. You can't die to chip damage unless it's the chip kill from a super. And some supers do more chip than others. Like, Nash's super does very little chip. You're not going to chip someone out with it unless they're already at, like, 0 health. But you can get someone to 0 health really easily because if you chip someone out, like, they get put at 0 health, but they don't die. They get put at 1 or whatever. So, like, if you just, throw Sonic Booms at someone and they block them until they have literally no health left, then the super's going to chip out. And that means you can still do stuff like if you're Ryu, like stand strong or something, cancel the uppercut, cancel the super to get a chip kill. And that's inescapable once they block the strong. Oh, the jump back fierce, that's the only like punish. Jump back fierce is an instant overhead on Urien because he's fucking tall. If he crouches, it might not hit him. But it'd be like Texas throw, it's gonna hit him. Urien's as tall as most standing characters while crouching, and much taller than most standing characters while standing. Nice! What a good punish. This could really... This can't kill. Urien doesn't get dizzy from this, I think. Oh, never mind, he does. It's over. The taunt builds damage in the next combo. Oh, Urien's got a lot of health. Didn't actually kill. I forgot about that. Urien's got like the 3rd highest health in the game. Tominaga's really exciting to watch, yeah. He's real good at his Abare combos. He just ranked up, so he should be like king person now? No. Oh. A good connect into either a, no, an EX Rekka could still dizzy at this point. EX Rekka does crazy dizzy. It does like 30-40%. Oh, he wants it. Tominaga's good though. Didn't want to allow it. It's actually over. He has enough meter. I like Seth, I guess. I don't like health balancing. I've never liked health balancing. I don't even like stun balancing. As a character, like his character design, I love Seth. As a gameplay design, I think he has way too many tools and way too little health. I like that Seth fundamentally plays like a grappler, even though, like, a lot of people don't even use the command grab that much. He rushes down based on a mix-up, but he's, like, mobile. Yeah, Makoto is the only really viable touch of death in this game, although a couple other characters have touch of deaths depending on the circumstances, usually only against like Akuma. I've seen a Urian touch of death on Akuma. I've touched of death uh, Akuma's and Chun-Li's and Q's as Oro. Makoto, unfortunately, the double Fukiage was not intended and requires a Kara to do. Makoto is supposed to have like fallouts from Fukiage, but they're supposed to just be stuff like Axe Kick Dash Punch or even Axe Kick Fukiage. They did not intend double Fukiage. Fukiage does way more damage. Ooh, didn't actually dizzy there. Fukiage does crazy damage and stun. They did not intend you to be able to land it very easily at all. Makoto is just the fortunate recipient of nice berries. But now it charged it a little bit to make it safer. Because if it hits, Makoto wouldn't have been dizzy, and she would have been able to punish him on hit. So he charged it to make it safer, which gave Tominaga a red parry or a blue parry instead of a red parry. You can shake out of that, but it's crazy hard. This is gonna kill. I mean, I don't want Seth to have normal health. I want Seth to have normal health and then like lose something. Seth would be the best character in the game if he had normal health. Wow, Alpha 3 is the worst SF that still gets played. I like it. A lot of people hate the crouch cancel infinites, and that's pretty understandable because they do make the game ridiculously slow. And also very highly based on single instances, which is kind of a thing that Alpha 3 is really guilty of. Rounds will be determined off of like one instant, and yet still be like 80 seconds long. Yun technically has touches of death, but you'll never land any of them. Yun has a hard time dizzying the opponent. His attacks don't do that much dizzy. So he needs to kill someone in one combo without dizzying them, which is difficult, but not impossible. I think Kara Palm combos can kill like Akuma. But it's not really feasible. Yun's damage is kind of too low to